went to my friend's bat mitzvah wearing a latex pad soaked with the first blood that didn't get cut or scraped out of me. But it still hurt. I can't remember her name. She's not a friend anymore, but she became a woman then. And I happened to become a woman on the very same day. How strange. There wasn't a pamphlet, a tutorial, a test prep text, or a coffee table book. I don't think there ever will be. I don't have a daughter. I don't want a daughter. Because if I do, I'd have to teach her the things that got taught to me. And someday she'd teach her daughter all that I taught her, and she'd never teach her enough. There will never be enough to teach her. Teach her how to be a woman. Teach her to send your smile straight to someone's eyeballs. Black pupils swallowing up your teeth like bits of meat on a plate. Your teeth should only bite the bits of meat on your plate. The mouths of women are good for nothing else. Teach her that a smile is infectious, but teach your daughter that her smile is an antidote, and the world will choke on closed lips if she does not give it up. Teach her that a smile signifies respect before she knows what respect is and who it belongs to and who she belongs to and where she belongs. Teach her these answers before she asks questions, and she'll never know what we never knew. I was lucky to have all of this taught to me, but I never learned anything that I didn't see, so that can't be my daughter. It never could be. I want to teach my daughter something new, tell her the stuff I wasn't taught, not teach her. I'll tell her. A woman should consider her duties and her place. Sink into your role, which is woman, which is you, which is weaker sex, subservient, second place, and then take those thoughts and shove them up the nearest dick hole. I'll tell her masculinity can be fragile because the privileged always fear the power they've lost to equality. I'll tell her stop believing the lies you were told in inspirational, self-righteous Facebook statuses of friends. I'll tell her to breathe. I'll tell her find the one you love. I'll tell her lose the one you love. I'll tell her, love loses you sometimes, and maybe you are left hanging helplessly like the laces of shoes tied over power lines. I'll tell her there will be other shoes to swing over your primary wires, and it's okay if nobody's ever tall enough to fill them. I'll tell her I'm sorry. I'll sit her down and I'll say, look, I'm so sorry for all the time I spent thinking I was not strong enough. I'm so sorry about the darkness, how it followed me home some nights like creepy car headlights in a horror film. I'm sorry I've worn my own skin like a disposable Halloween costume. It's just so fucking itchy. I'll tell her to live. Live in your own skin. Stare at your veins from the outside in. Please live. Please find yourself. Play hide and go seek with yourself. Please remember yourself when you wander. We are all growing up in somebody else's hometown. I don't have a daughter, but just in case, I'll hold her face in my hands and I'll tell her this. I'll tell her so many things. I'll teach her nothing. I'll tell her to look in the mirror and learn what she sees. I'll tell her the woman in the mirror is the perfect woman to be.